Tuesdays on NBC, it's the story of a man named Earl. He's done things that he's not proud of, but now he's on a quest to repair everything he's ever done wrong. Find out which bad deed he tackles next. My name is Earl. Tuesday at 9, 8 Central on NBC. You related to him?
I couldn't repair everything I've done wrong, so not about me.
Top 9 cars tried to break away. Those guys in the back roped him in.
Yeah, those pesky rascals, they helped him again. I'll tell you what, Jamie McMurray in his 42, he really wants to get on the outside of Tony Stewart, but just can't quite get it worked out.
Let's go in and around the field, starting with Matt on the 20.
And Bill, back at Sonoma, Tony Stewart found a flag down in San Francisco. Now they're hanging on their pit box. Since Sonoma, they've had great runs. It says the beatings will continue until morale improves. They keep it up there to remind themselves of where their season was before the streak began. He's out front, the water temperature around 210. It's good, and the car very fast.
Well, Matt, believe it or not, coming into today, Jamie McMurray had led only 1 lap this entire season. Today, he's led 30. You think he's hungry? He hasn't won in 104 races since he first started back at Charlotte. He came on the radio, told the guys, this is the best shot we have had to win all year long. Let's keep this car up front. Matt Kenseth, though, thinks the 20 car is the one to beat. He said the stuff he can do by himself is unbelievable. Kenseth's car, very good. He's finished 11th and 9th in his last 2 plate races. Matt?
Sterling Marlin hasn't won since Darlington back in 2002. 123 races ago, 2 tires in the last stop. He is just riding, hoping to have one more shot at a Talladega victory. Snyder?
Bob Osborne told me about the chase races that he was worried about. He said, you know, New Hampshire, Dover, and Talladega. And unfortunately, those are the first 3 races in the chase for Carl Edwards. He cleared the first 2 hurdles today, clearing this hurdle so far, having a very nice top 5 run. Alan?
NASCAR Busch Series Championship leader Martin Truex Jr. is running this race to learn what they need to work on to compete when they go full-time Nextel Cup racing next year. I'd say 6th place is competing pretty well. Ricky Rudd took fuel only on his pit stop a few moments ago. His crew chief Fatback McSwain said, still got to make one more stop. And then he told his driver on the radio, keep your foot on the floor and stay in line.
Matt, put some tape off the grill of the 01 car. Was running warm, 4 tires in the last stop. He too just riding along, very quiet on the radio, while the 97 of Kurt Busch isn't quiet. He's been talking for quite a while. He says, I have a drafting machine. Dude, this is awesome. They pitted twice to try to set the tow earlier when they had that issue with the wall. Now the car, very good.
They have told Ryan Newman about that left rear quarter panel flapping in the breeze. He also has a little hole in the right front headlight area of the car. It may be slowing the car down, maybe not. He poked his car out a couple of laps ago and passed about 4 cars on his own. Matt?
The only real issue the 07 of Blaney has now, Dave, the car on restarts takes about 3 laps to 4 laps to get up to speed. Neutral, no changes on their last stop.
Matt, just talked to Brian Vickers' crew chief, Lance McGrew. He told me they've worked some of the tightness out of that car, and they expect Brian to make a charge toward the front before this thing is over. Matt?
Well, while Tony Stewart's up front, his teammate Bobby Labonte having a very solid run as well. Now, he said the car earlier was tight. They've been going back and forth between 2 tires on the right, 2 tires on the left. Nothing lately. Alan?
I just talked to Dale Jarrett's crew chief, Todd Parrott. He said his driver is being very smart. Their car is very strong, and there's still a long way to go. Doesn't seem very worried, Dave.
Casey Kane had one of those unusual strategies on the last stop. 2 left side tires only. Crew chief Tommy Baldwin told us, well, that was so bad. On the final stop, we can change 2 tires, and they can be those 2 right side tires. We did it for track position. Alan?
Well, Kevin Harvick's team keeps saying they've got a great race car, but he just doesn't seem to get up front. I talked to both Richard Childress, the team owner, and today's crew chief, Gil Martin, with very relaxed smiles. They both told me, not worried. Long way to go. Marty?
Well, Scott Rimmer having a very solid day. Alan, currently he's in the 17th position. They have made no changes to the chassis since the first stop of the day. Rimmer loves the way the car drives. He does like it on the top, however, and he said, you know what, if we get in a 2-wide situation late in the race, help me get up there. I do not like the bottom of the racetrack. Ken Schrader trying to follow up his top 10 from here in May, running 18th right now. He said, you know, the car's okay, a little hard to hold on to. We just don't have the speed that I would like right now. Dave?
Same story on speed, Marty, for the 19 car of Jeremy Mayfield. They made a 4-tire change on the last stop, made no chassis adjustments, just lacking a little bit of that forward motion. Matt?
And Dave, talking about the 32 car, Bobby Hamilton Jr. rounding out your top 20. What a weekend they've had trying to secure this ride to get into the race. The car on the neutral side, he's just hanging in the draft, Bill.
Thanks, guys. The top 20 here at Talladega. Mike Wallace, Jeff Green, Kyle Petty, Travis Koppel, Tony Raines, and Robbie Gordon also on the lead lap. All chasing Tony Stewart at Talladega.